Welcome everybody, I am the YouTuber here, and we're going to set for this College World 25 live stream. So we will be doing College World 26 when it comes out on July 10th. We'll also be doing some more 25 stuff. We'll be doing 25 and 26. At the same, once 26 comes out, we will be doing 25 and 26 because there's stuff that I'm still doing 25 and then do it also on 26 and do that as well. So this one is a couple of things actually. That's why I didn't put a specific title on today's video. Is because I wanted to make sure that you know it's multiple themes. All right. First one is Dynasty mode. We will get to that last because this is going to take the longest. But we are going to talk about the talking about Dynasty mode or not Team Builder. Pull up Team Builder teams here. There are some ones that you want to download for certain teams over than others, and we're going to get you those teams in a minute. So, actually, that's not the right one. Down there. We'll have to go back to that in a minute to get teams off and make sure that we have it the way we want it. All right. So on here on download history, this is where we'll show you which ones there are need to be downloaded. So this one was the best one I found. It's until I saw one until I saw a better one. I want to show you that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to so we're going to first one we're going to do all the Dakotas, which is North Dakota State, South Dakota State, North Dakota, and South Dakota. So you're going to do North and South Dakota, South Dakota, and South Dakota State. So it's both Dakotas and both North Dakota's teams and South Dakota teams for Team Builder. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in their nickname, just a nickname, and then hit done, and it should come up, and you're looking for one that is 61,000. Not seeing it. There's 19,000. That's almost there. Okay, so we're gonna type in we're gonna look for another one here. We're gonna go on. We're gonna clear out this, and we are going to look for this username, or yeah, this. Nope, it's not other. Sorry, other username. Sorry, looking for this username right here. Montan. Uh, with two A's and then football. I found this on the Team Builder website, and I'm hoping I can find it here too. Yeah, here it is. All right, here we go. This one, this is all his schools that he has downloaded. And he seems to have done a good job. So how we're going to do this is we're going to reassess who I have downloaded. Uh, so You can swap teams out, and I will show you how you do that in a minute. But we're going to do the Dakotas first. So you're going to come down here to North Dakota State, and then you're going to, you would normally just download it, um, but we are going to get them. We're going to get them downloaded in just a minute. We are going to go in here to uh now we're gonna go into manage files. We're gonna go into load and delete files. You're gonna go in here. You're gonna hit the L1 on. You're gonna hit the L1 on um, PS5, and on the Xbox Series X and S, you would hit the uh, LB button. Then you're gonna go hit until you hit the team builder file, and then you're gonna go find Bison, and then you're gonna hit delete. Yes. You're just going to replace each team individually. So you're just going to go in here and do back and forth. And each time you do that, you're going to go back here into the download center, and you're going to hit the search bar, and then you're going to type in the same username each time. That's Montana fillable with 2 A's. Uh, Once you have that, then you're going to hit done again. Then you're going to go in here, and it's going to be. Sometimes it'll remove teams. I don't know why it does that and keep it in order it was prior. Once you find the one you're gonna find, then you're gonna hit. I'm gonna hit preview. I'm gonna download, but I want to show you the field looks the way it should, and the uniforms look are supposed to look the way they should. And it says the Fargo Dome. Make sure it says the right name for the stadium or arena and the location as well. I have no idea what I don't know why. Excuse me. Why it does that? If it does that, you just hit download again, but out of the preview settings. Okay. Then you're gonna go out, and then you're gonna get the North Dakota, which is this one right here. So we're gonna get the North Dakotas first. So we're gonna go back out. That's why I decided not to title this video, because one, it takes you know too long of a title to explain the whole thing, the Dynasty Mode thing, and this theme as well. So the name of North Dakota is the Fighting Hawks. So you're gonna go down here until you see Fighting Hawks, and then you're gonna hit the square button or the X button on the Xbox Series XS, and then it's I said it's the X button on the uh, uh, Xbox Series X and S, and the square or rectangle button on the PlayStation. They're going to hit the X button or A button on the Xbox, X button on the PlayStation, and delete it. Then you're going to go in here, go back out of it, go back to Download Center, then go back to search. You can go back to the username, and you're going to type in the same thing again. If I can spell it right. With 2 A's, Montana with 2 A's. And so you're gonna go 2 A's and make sure it's football spelled right, and you're gonna hit this. Then you go in here to Dakota. We're going to preview every single time so you can see the uniforms and field. At least the home uniforms, at least. You'll see the road uniforms when we play them at the other teams. Right now, it's taking a little bit of time to download preview. I don't know why it does that. All right. So I'm thinking this is right. I'm not sure, but I think it's right. So we're going to go back out of it, and then we're going to hit this button, the X button or A button again, and you're going to hit download this time. Should download. Now it's downloaded. All right. Now you're going to go in. You're going to go in here, and you're going to get the South Dakota, and South Dakota State. You can go in any order you want. We're going to go in and get oops. We're going to go in and get South Dakota first. That is the Coyotes, is their nickname. So you're going to go in here and hit the same buttons like I said before. I'm not going to say the same buttons because it's the same buttons each time. And the buttons are also on the screen. And if you're watching, you're an Xbox person, well, hopefully, if you're new to Xbox, I'm just going to give you a translation of the controller. See on the bottom of the screen, it has the circle and rectangle button, or square button. That is the PlayStation's version or equivalent to the A and X button. Oh no, sorry, not A and X button. X button and B button. Sorry, A and B button, and then the L1 R1 that is LB RB on the Xbox controller. Then L2 R2 is RT LT. Ah, so and then triangle is the Y, X is the A, and then like I said, the square is the X. So both systems have an X button. It's just a different spot. So then you have the left and right stick, which is left and right stick. You know, the PlayStation button is the Xbox button. I don't know if it has mute button or not. The D-pad, and then the pause button, and I don't know if there's a share button or not. So moving on, I'm gonna go with South Dakota, which is the Coyotes right here. Gonna hit the delete and hit yes. Then it's gonna delete, and then you're going back out. Close out that's TeamBuilder. And you go up here, download center. Then you're gonna hit search. Then you're going to hit username, and then you're going to type it in. By this time, you have gotten used to typing, it in. You got by this time you got used to typing in Montana football with Montana with two A's. Then you're gonna hit search, and then you're gonna find North Dakota. Or sorry, South Dakota. Excuse me. University of South Dakota or USD. Then you're gonna hit download. I'm gonna hit download first, and then I'm gonna preview second. That way I don't have to uh, go through that. Oh, you reach your maximum amount. Yeah, there's your uniforms. The field looks right. Okay. Now we're gonna go back out one more time. and then I'm gonna download South Dakota State, which is this team right here, SDSU. So then you're going to go back out. You're going to go into Manage Files, Load and Delete. Then you go over here to Team Builder. Then you're going to go in and find the Jackrabbits. I'm going to hit Delete. Then go back out. And then you're going to go Download Center, hit the search again, go to username, and type it in. And then okay, hit that, and then you're going to go in and find what did I say? Jackrabbit, South Dakota State. There it is, SDSU. You will hit download, and then we'll preview uniforms after that. That's all that's all for the Dakotas, and we'll explain my process of who I want if I want to re-download any teams and reassess my downloading stuff. All right, so now let's download. We're going to hit preview so you can see the field and home uniforms. There's the field. There's home uniforms. Looks all good. Looks all right. There's the away uniforms. There's the black uniforms. There's the extra helmet and pants. I like where you just say extra helmet. I need to do that on some of my teams from Team Builder because that's would do uh better. All right. I had to. By the way, how I knew this and what to type in is I found this on the Team Builder website on the internet and wrote down on a sticky note sticky note, and so here are all the other teams that he has. So he has this one here. I don't know what that has anything to do with, but you have UC Davis, in Idaho State University, the Northern Arizona, SIU, Jackson State, Florida A&M, Weber, Northern Colorado, Eastern Washington. I want to see if they have he has the red field for Eastern Washington. Because that's the thing about Eastern Washington, they have a red field. There we go. There is the red field. So yeah. There are two color fields by default in the game. That is Boise State with the blue field, and then the teal turf for Coastal Carolina. If you want to get the third colored turf, I think there's another team that has. They're not on this list, but um, University of Central Arkansas. I think they have a gray field. I'm pretty sure they have a gray field. Let me look up. Uh, the University of Central Arkansas football field and see if I can find. I think it was black with, or sorry, not black, but gray with uh black with Yeah, yeah, I was right. It's gray with uh, it's alternating gray and purple. Both end zones are purple, but the actual playing surface, other than the end zone, it goes. I'll explain it in a minute. It goes gray. Sorry, it goes purple. Hold on, let me get this pulled up. Let me pull this up. All right. So the each end zone. Oh, correction. End zones are black. So that's the only other color on this field other than the white. So the end zone is black with bare. I'll show you what I mean. I'll find a team builder team that has that. Then you have the end zone to the 5 is purple. Then you got gray. Then you got purple, gray, purple, gray, purple, gray, purple, gray. The only time it doesn't go gray purple is at the benefit field where you got gray, gray, so you can have a purple logo and see the bear head. And then then after that it'll start alternating because the bear head has an outline of white. So that goes the rest of the way. Purple, gray, purple, gray, purple, gray, purple, gray, purple, all the way up to the end zone, and both end zones, like I said, are black. So, it's really a simple theme. Uh, see if I can't find it. So, we're going to come back and get Eastern Washington because I like the red field. I don't know why. I'm not too big on colored fields except for Boise, Coastal Carolina, Eastern Washington, and then of course this is unique. I just like unique fields. All right, design. So we go back into it and to determine which team I should remove to get Eastern Washington. We are not going to do these schools, which is we just got them, and we are going to get. This is the Aggies are. I think Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle State University. We're going to get rid of them, and we're going to get. We are going to get. Eastern Washington. So we're going to go back here. I'm going to type in that same thing again. We'll see if I can't find oops. Let's see here. Then we'll see if we can't find Central Arkansas field so we can show you that on here. Uh, one more. All right, so Eastern Washington should be here. There. Since we've already seen the preview of the uniforms, we are just going to download. The reason why we previewed the uniforms in the field beforehand was so you know that it was legit, the red field the way it is. If you Google Eastern Washington Field, that's what you would get as red field. All right. Now let me show you. Let's see if there's any other ones I want to download, like Florida A&M and Idaho State, Idaho, or Grambling. Sacramento State, Montana State. Of course, name being Montana, he's going to have Montana State. Um, I I tell you, Idaho State logo. I also like that logo. Grambling slash Georgia slash Packers slash all kinds of other teams. All right, so also then let's look for Missouri State. Wish Missouri State was in here, but okay. we will continue to. Well, I might come back and get Cal Poly. Uh, let's. You can also search by state, and we're gonna search by Arkansas. Okay, that was an interesting one. I don't know why. Anyway, and we're just going back and see if we can find. If not, I have a way of looking at. Oops, not under username. Sorry, under keywords UCA. And we're just gonna. There you go. We're gonna try to find the most downloaded one, and we'll just go through and see. I think that's the 900 one up here. Let me come to it. Just making sure. Yeah, this right here. We had the little download too. It's all gray. Um, this one. Oh, all purple. Okay, try this one. See if it alternates green and purple. Looking for alternating green and purple. No. What about this one? I don't know if I did one. Well, sort of. There's no bear paw in the end zones. Uh, they might have the conference on the field. But yeah, you can see the alternating colors except for midfield where it's two silver ones. I think that's the uniforms. I'll have to look. Let me look and see if that's the uniforms. Oops. Uh, it's gray, kind of grayish color with the big fat purple stripe, big thicker purple stripe actually. Yeah. The only difference is the jersey has the black sleeves. Let me see if that's even an alternate. Well, I'll show you. There is a white helmet in the game too. Yeah, if you look up there, it's a white helmet. Not a thick purple stripe, but close enough. The field is what counts, I guess, most. This one. We are going to replace another team, and it's this team here, 267. So we're looking for the one that says 267. We'll type in UCA again. Um, we're gonna find a team we want to replace them with. So let's go back in here and manage files. This is the last one we'll do. I don't think we'll do. Okay, no, we're gonna do Missouri State. Sorry, Missouri State, because that's the team that, well, Delaware and Missouri State are the remaining teams we're gonna do because in 26 they'll be actually in the game. We don't have to worry about that. Just have to worry about down USC or sorry, UCA. Sorry. And then you're gonna go back here to team builder, and then we are going to go. Let's see here, what other one we can remove. That's one of my teams. I think we can remove them. Lions. I'm trying to think who the Lions. Oh yeah, it's Langston. So we'll remove this one. We'll remove another one for Missouri. Also the Bears. Let's do. Oh, that's a toughie. Well, let's just not do Missouri. We'll play Missouri when we get 26. So let's use Bears. The other Bears. Uh, manage files, and then we'll go load and delete. Type in. Oops, sorry, not manage files. Sorry, downloads. There, keep on hitting the wrong thing. Hit the keywords again. You type in UCA. We're looking for that one. That was two. I think 290. Yeah, 267. Pretty sure that's it. Let's look at the preview first. Yep, that was him. So we're gonna hit the download, and then we will be good with that. That's actual logo too. It's just a smaller version of the logo on there with a purple background. So we're gonna take a break, and we will be back. Let me pause this live stream, and then we will have the second part of the live stream after this break. All right, we are back here, set and ready to continue our second part, which is Dynasty Mode. This is Conference Realignment 1. We did this in NCAA 14, but this is the first time doing it in NCAA 25, or sorry, College World 25, excuse me. So, gonna go back out here. Out here, we might download one more team. I kind of doubt we will. Oh, actually, we are. Let me go manage files. Do one more thing here, and then we will call it good. I want to do one thing as load and delete. We're going to keep Langston in there. Is this team right here? Actually, no, we're going to get rid of Langston and have my uh, Oklahoma Tech team in. Center, and then we'll get into. I mean, the only one that is not there is this team here, Kansas Tech. The rest of the teams are. So, all right, now we go into Dynasty mode. Start.
Welcome to Dynasty Mode. Next, it's time to select your rosters. Choose to use the latest EA Sports recommended rosters featuring more than 1,000 additional players, or choose the rosters from our original launch. Okay. Now it's time to customize your Dynasty experience. Choose your settings and customize your conferences, complete with unique rules and protected rivals.
We'll select the team in a minute, but first off, since this is the big thing of why we are here, we are going to do the conferences. All right, so here we are. Let me show you what it looks like now, and then we'll go and do it. Then we'll do it geographically. Me pull up what I was going to pull up in the first place. Nope, that's not it. Oh, here it is. I had to pull up the map on my map of the United States on my phone so I can give you so I can explain it geographically just by looking down at my notes. All right. So here's what the American looks like right now. We have Army, Charlotte, East Carolina, Florida Atlantic, Memphis, Navy, North Texas, Rice, Temple, Tulane, Tulsa, UAB, UCF, here's our USF, excuse me, and UTSA. That's all over the map. Essentially, I mean, you have some geographically, yeah. Oops. You got Army, which is in West Point, New York. Then you have Charlotte, which is in North Carolina. You have East Carolina, which is in, I think, North Carolina as well. Pretty sure. You have Florida Atlantic down in Florida. You have Navy, which is in Memphis, which is in Tennessee. So you're getting a little bit more off the Atlantic coast side. Uh, Memphis really should be in the SEC, but they are not. They're too low of a star to be in there. So, um, the Navy, which is in Annapolis, Maryland. And Maryland is on the Atlantic coast side. North Texas. I don't know why you have a Texas school in there. Well, three Texas schools. Then Rice, that's the second of the three Texas schools. And you have Temple, which is in Pennsylvania, Tulane, uh, Louisiana, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then University of Arkansas, or sorry, University of Alabama, Birmingham, University of South Florida, and then UTSA, the third and final Texas school in this conference. So why? I mean, all these basically are 2.5, 3.5 is most. I think the 1 star. I think the highest rated one is Army with 3.5 stars. Or sorry, 2.5 stars. Sorry. Charlotte's 1 star, 1.5, 1.5, one. So Charlotte and Rice both run at 1 star. 2 stars, 1.5, two, 1.5. Tulane also out there like Army with 2.5, two, two, 1.5, and 1.5. So mainly 1.5 to 2.5 to 1 star. So not that high star of a conference. So we're gonna do it geographically where we're gonna start all the way over on the West Coast, which is the states of Washington, Oregon, and California, and then we're gonna incorporate Boise State in this. That's only a school in Idaho, and then Nevada, and then skip Montana because they're not in the game. Wyoming, Utah, Arizona, and uh, actually we're gonna. I'm gonna open this up in paintbrush so I can draw on it. Don't think it's. Okay. Me file and open. All right, so I can draw on this, make the pencil marks. Pen marks. So we're just going to draw down the border. So we are going to take Washington, Oregon, Nevada. Okay, that. And then we're going to go and then draw another. this, and then we are going to do. Actually, we're going to do that. We're going to put it. Then we're going to make. Oops. Yep. Yep. No. That's kind of part of Illinois, but Illinois is not in it. I just uh, didn't get the boundaries right. Alright. I'm going to draw all these boundaries. Uh, I'm just making sure everything is all set. So, let me count the comments. I gotta make sure that I got it all divided up right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. Let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Let's see here how we're gonna do that. I will get this fixed in a minute, but I might want to. Hmm. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 more, right? Uh, so how many conferences are there here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 conferences, it says. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9. Oh, is there 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10, 11. 10, 11. I had to break it up differently. So there you have it. Oh, no, go back and forward. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, we are back here. Sorry about that. So we are going to, like I said, break down this geographically. So let's go back to the ACC. So we're gonna, can we rename the actual conference itself? No. All right. Well, we'll write this down. The ACC will be the American Athletic Conference will be teams like uh um they're not well, some teams are gonna stay put and some teams aren't. This is more of a we'll come back to this one because there we might need to. The reason why we're going to come back to that one is because some will fix itself by moving others around. So we're going to start with ACC. The ACC currently, right now, as of now, is Boston College, Clemson, Duke, Miami, Louisville, Georgia Tech, Florida State, NC State, North Carolina, Pitt, SMU, Virginia Tech, Virginia, Syracuse, Stanford, and Wake Forest. So we'll put Cal back in the Pac-12. Okay, so count the Pac-12. This isn't a permanent thing where it actually changes. It just changes in this particular dynasty. So Cal there. So we're gonna do. They're gonna add the other California schools in there as well, which is well count all the other old Pac-12 teams. With the exception of Colorado. And I'll explain that in a moment. Looking for the other true Pat from former Pat. And then we're trying to find Stanford. We're gonna add San Diego State was not, but we are making them a Pac-12 school since the Mountain West and that merged. So we're gonna make San Diego State and San Jose State and Stanford. Stanford's are there, so we just add uh, San Jose State. Yep. I don't know what the minimum teams are, but we're just gonna move around until we hit a roadblock. Usually we're gonna put there. Gonna put USC back there. Then we are going to put Washington back there. So now the Pac-12 is going to consist of Cal, Oregon State, San Diego State, San Jose State, Stanford, UCLA, USC, Washington, and Washington State. Now let's go conference rules. We're going to turn on the conference championship game in Allegiant Stadium. All right. The teams that I moved, this one was from the ACC. So was Stanford, USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington all are coming from the Big 12, and then of course San Diego State and San Jose State from the Mountain West. Okay, so that's one conference. We're not gonna make these conferences too big. Some might be just because of so many teams in college football, but we'll see. I have no idea how few you can go. We'll do that test here in another dynasty. So today actually, if this is all done. All right. So let's go to ACC or AAC, the American Athletic Conference, and see what we need to shift. We have Army. They actually do belong there. They were independent, but they belong there with Navy. We're gonna put Air Force in there as well, just to have all three military schools in there. So we got Army, Air Force, Navy, and that's not geographically, but I decided to put all military schools together. Just made sense. It doesn't make sense geographically because one's Colorado and the rest are uh, uh, Maryland and New York. But then we're going to put East Carolina in the ACC. Sorry, Charlotte. Sorry. In the ACC. We're going to put East Carolina there as well. So then you're gonna take the Florida schools: Florida Atlantic, SEC. The other Florida school, South Florida, SEC. Okay, go back to the American Athletic Conference. We're gonna take North Texas and put them in the Big 12. Then we're gonna take Rice and put them in Big 12. And then we're gonna take Tulsa and put them in the Big 12. Then we're gonna take Temple, which is in Pennsylvania, leave them there. Tulane, which is in Louisiana. We are going to take the Arkansas. We're going to take the final Texas school and put them in the Big 12. And then we'll take the Louisiana school and put them in the SEC. Then we're going to take Alabama and put them in the SEC as well. University of Birmingham. It's in Memphis. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. And then Memphis. So you got Air Force, sorry, Air Force, Army and Navy, all military schools. Yes, not all of them are on the, but it makes sense for them to be in the American as well because the name and the American Air Force. They're the American Armed Forces. So Memphis is in Tennessee. We're gonna put them in SEC as well, or not. We're gonna put OU back in the Big 12, or not. Who do we want to replace? South Florida really belongs in the SEC. Who else belongs in the American? Who belongs in the American Conference? Oh, Liberty. Uh, well, then we'll take take Memphis, and we'll put them in the SEC. But who do we take out, though? That's the question. Oh, the Texas schools left. Texas and Texas A&M. Okay, so we'll replace Memphis with Texas, and then Texas A&M's gonna go and replace who? We'll just replace them with BYU. All right. Okay. And then we got Arizona going to the Actually, we're gonna keep. Oh, we're gonna keep Arizona. Arizona stay in there. We're going to. Hmm. See here. Who did I say we were gonna put in there? Oh, Utah State. Utah State's in Mountain West. Or they're just getting there so we can. Middle of America, Mid America, West Virginia just seems to fit there, so we'll put West Virginia there. Along with Cincinnati. Let's go to the Big 12. So the Big 12, we're gonna keep Arizona, and then we got Utah, Utah State, and BYU. Oh, I forgot to put BYU in there, and shoot, back in there. So we got Utah, Utah State, BYU, Colorado. We need Colorado State. So we'll take, who else should we take out? Who else should we take out of there? to Iowa State and put them in the Big Ten to be in there with Iowa, and then we'll keep Kansas and Kansas State in there, and then we will add New Mexico. I say Arkansas. Well, yeah, Arkansas. I see Nebraska actually. So the Big 12 is going to be Arizona State, Arizona, BYU, Baylor, Kansas State, Houston, Colorado, Nebraska, North Texas, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, TCU, Rice, Tulsa, UTSA, Utah State. Well, we could put New Mexico State in there and get all four corner states in there. Then who would you take out? What two schools would you take out? Would you take Kansas State out there? But then they really don't belong in the Big Ten either. Um, so we might have to have an extended Big 12 conference, kind of two Big 12 conferences. Then that's where one of these extra conferences comes into play. So this is going to stay as is ACC. Let's see if ACC is the way I want. Boston College, Charlotte, Clemson, Duke, East Carolina, then Florida State, Georgia Tech. We'll put Georgia in there. And Georgia State. Georgia Southern, sorry. And Georgia State. Divisions must have a maximum size difference of 1. What? I don't know what that means. Where's Georgia State? Okay, well, we'll have to put a school in there. What's conference is this? Sun Belt. James Madison's South Belt. The East is the Virginias and the Carolinas, and So we have the Carolinas and App State and Coastal Carolina, the Virginia and James Madison. Then you got a West Virginia school. So West Virginia could go here actually. Right now they're in the MAC, but what was I saying? Georgia State. Oh, SEC. SEC? No, it was ACC. Okay, so ACC is going to stay the same. Army, Air Force, Navy, Liberty, Temple. I think we got the ACC, got Bid 10. Who else should be in Bid 10? School. Cincinnati, Ohio, they need to go in the Bid 10 because Ohio State. Who else needs to go in there? The Miami, Ohio needs to go in there. Who else needs to go in the Bid 10? Hmm. Trying to think of who else needs to go in the Bid 10. That's not already there. Um, oh, Northern Illinois, because Illinois. Okay. Um, I think Western Michigan. Oh, sorry, Central Michigan. Yeah. Western Michigan. Where are you, Western Michigan? Oh, there's Western Michigan. And Ohio. Did we do Eastern Michigan? No, we did not. Maryland, we can put back in ACC. SMU's gonna get. Where were they? They were the American, right? What was SMU prior? to being in the ACC. They were in. Hmm. They were in the American, I think. Let's become a conference USA. All right. Let's see if there's any other bits and schools that need to be added. Hmm. The only one that I think I could justify moving is Syracuse. No, but not to there, but to here. To be with another with the other New York school, and then at Buffalo, and who else is from New York besides those two? Well, New Jersey, there's yeah, no. All right. Temple, Pennsylvania. All right, so the American is set. The ACC is set. Set for sorry, set for Florida. That way you get Florida and Florida State, Miami. Actually, I forget where Florida other Florida schools went. Ooh, SEC. Yeah, okay. So we'll bring Florida back to SEC, and we'll put Florida State in there and Miami. There's Miami. All right, the American is set with Air Force, Army, Buffalo, Liberty, Navy, Rutgers, Syracuse, and Temple. Penn State. There are schools in Pennsylvania besides Penn State and Temple. I think that's it. ACC are they set? Boston College, Charlotte, Clemson, Duke, East Carolina, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, Maryland, NC State, North Carolina, Pitt, oops, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest, which is North Carolina. Oh, App State. Oops. App is in North Carolina. Really? Where are they? Oh, Sunbelt. Okay, so we need to fix Sunbelt. Who else should be in the Sunbelt? Where are you, Sunbelt? Okay, so Bowling Green is in Kentucky. So we'll put Bowling Green in there. App State is going to go in ACC. All right, so here we go. We will keep on doing it as we go along and complete which ones are completed. All right, so we have Air Force, Army, Buffalo, Liberty, Navy, Penn State, Rutgers, Syracuse, Temple is the American Conference. ACC is as follows: App State, Boston College, Charlotte, Clemson, Georgia Southern, East Carolina, Duke, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Maryland. Then you got Virginia, Pitt, North Carolina State, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. The only one from the Carolinas we're missing is Coastal. So we need to go back to the Sun Belt. Yeah, North Carolina, ACC. All right. So ACC, like I said, is set again, App State, Boston College, Coastal Carolina, Charlotte, Georgia Southern, East Carolina, Duke, Clemson. Uh, South Carolina. There you go. That's ACC. You get the Carolinas, North and South, the Georgias, and then of course Massachusetts actually needs to go to the American. And then we got the any other people that need to go to ACC. Right. All the Carolina teams, right? We got all the Carolinas. Okay, yep. And all the Georgias. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So nobody, no, nobody. All right, Bid 10 is Eastern Michigan, Cincinnati, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Iowa State, Miami, Ohio, Michigan, Michigan State, Minnesota, Northern Illinois, Northwestern, Ohio, Ohio State, Purdue, Western Michigan, Wisconsin. Anybody else need to go to the Big Ten? But is Ball State? Where's Ball State? They're in Indiana, so they need to go to the Big Ten. Anybody else need to go to the Big Ten besides them? Madison, where's James Madison? They're in Virginia, so they're ACC. Whoops. I'm just doing this so that they can be moved into the ACC. Then the Big Ten. See if there's any other schools that need to be moved to the Big Ten. Where's Kennesaw State? Georgia. Oh, they need to go to ACC as well. They're not in the Big Ten, but I had to get in there so that they can go into the ACC. Whoops, SEC. Maryland's in Virginia or Maryland's Maryland. Okay. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We'll put Pitt, Kansas State there, and then Pitt. I forgot about Pitt being a school in Pennsylvania. Oops, there's Pitt. Okay, there's American. There now American is fully set. The ACC or yeah ACC is fully set. Kansas State's in Georgia. Complete all those set Georgia schools. Bid 10 is set. Bid 12 is set. Let's look at college. Ooh, Florida. I forget where the Florida schools. I had the Florida schools. Oh, here. It was in Alabama. Alabama is, I think. Yep, Alabama's are here. Oh boy. Who else should be moved? Missouri. Nope. I say Conference USA. Oh, Missouri does not mean Conference USA. It needs to be in here in the. Well, this be the overflow bid 12. Okay, so the. Alright, let's look at here. The American Athletic Conference, Air Force, Army, Boston College, Buffalo, Liberty, Navy, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Syracuse, Temple. Yeah. And then the ACC is App State, Coastal Carolina, Charlotte, Clemson, Georgia Southern, East Carolina, Duke, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, James Madison, Kennesaw State, North Carolina State, Maryland, Louisville, Kentucky should be in here, but there's no room in here for Kentucky. Where is Kentucky? Are they still in the SEC? Really, Kentucky should be in here, but there's no space for them. All the ACC spaces are taken up. And they really don't fit Big Ten. They're in the Big 12, so I'm guessing they're just going to have to go into a Conference USA, which is kind of a overflow conference, mix and match conference. We'll deal with them in a minute, and then the Independence, Mid American, Mountain West, Pac-12. All right, so let's look and see if we got it all set, and then we will get everything that is extra taken care of, and American is set with Air Force, Army, Boston College, Buffalo. Oh well, for now is set with Air Force, Army, Boston College, Buffalo. Oh, UMass. Connecticut. Who's is there any schools up there by Connecticut? Let me pull up the map again. Ooh, Connecticut really should be there. I wonder if you can or not. I wonder if you can do less than two. We'll find out. You can. Can you get rid of a conference? That's the question. Notre Dame should be. What Notre Dame's in Indiana, but the Big Ten I think already has too many teams. Has not as enough schools. Nope. They can hold one more team. Can you take away them? Oh, you can. Wow. That was something you could not do in NCAA 14. I'm glad I fixed it. Um, ACC set. Sorry, the American set. The Atlantic Coast Conference set. Bid 10 set. Bid 12 set. Conference USA. Um, well, Conference USA, Kentucky is supposed to go in the American Athletic Conference. Uh, I think. No. ACC. To go in there with Louisville, Kentucky. But there's too many. Well, since West Kentucky's are in there, we're gonna add them. All right. Now, Missouri, they were supposed to go into Mid 12. There's no space in Mid 12 if I had to give one up. We could do, well, that's the four corners. We don't want to give up any of the four corners. Is there any other ones that we can push back to the American, or sorry, the Conference USA? We can put North Texas, I guess, in there to go with Sam Houston in Texas. Or do I want North Texas in the Mid 12? Hmm. That is a good question. Um, I guess what you could do is you could make all these the independent and then take away Conference USA, and then yeah, let's do that. Take away the Mid American. Well, sorry, what did I just do? Oh, Kentucky. Sorry, I didn't mean to move him here. Goofball. Now we know we can take teams away from a conference. It just makes sense, you know, to where's Sam Houston? It's not possible to move more teams from conference. What? What do you mean? You can move the teams in from the. Oh boy. Well, we'll put them back then. 'Cause we know we can have no teams in the independent. Okay, let's see your Sun Belt. So now it's down between the Sun Belt, the Mid America, and the Conference USA. Eastern Michigan really belongs to the Big Ten. Can you put them in the Big Ten? Yes, you can. I thought you could. Where's Eastern Michigan? Oh, there they are. It's not possible to move more teams from the MAC. Wait. Mid America. Let's put Missouri here. Because Missouri can be considered Mid America. Let's put Kentucky here as well. Because I think Kent State's in Kentucky. I'm pretty sure Kent State's in Kentucky. Oh no, Ohio. Um, now let's put. Well, Akron's in Ohio, Toledo, Ohio. Toledo's in Ohio, I think. Yeah. You can't do two teams in a conference technically, except for the Pac-12. You can make the Pac-12 back to two teams, but other than that, Bowling Green is in Kentucky. Where is Kentucky now? Conference USA. What? What? Bowling Green's in Kentucky. So we'll put Louisville in there as well. Louisville is where? Where is Louisville? ACC. Yeah, there's Kentucky schools. Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State's in Georgia. Anybody else in Kentucky? Think we can put Georgia. Sorry. Or no. Alright, so it's not. I'm looking, go back and forth, and I'm trying to get everything sorted out. That's why this didn't put a ton of effort. It was gonna be. Oh, I thought, well, live stream takes care of that title. So Louisiana Tech. You can move them to SEC. What, Tulane? There's Tulane. Oh, Tulane's already there. Okay. Let's go back. ACC, or American Athletic Conference. Then we need to put Marshall and West Virginia in there. Marshall and West Virginia. Okay, there's the American. ACC. Big Ten. Uh, else in the bid needs to be moved to Big Ten. Ball State, I think, is in Indiana. Let me look up Ball State or Ball State University. Oops. No. Yeah. They're in Indiana, so yeah, they'll. Oop, Bid 12. Anybody in the needs Bid 12. Arkansas. Oops, what? Arkansas State. Okay, that's set. So is that. That is set. Bid 12 technically set. Conference should say we'll just move Arkansas State in there just because it just needs to be. Uh, now it's all over the place anyways, so it's made of Texas, but there's a Tennessee school in there because SEC I think can't take any more teams. Wait, no, you can. What was the one? Who did I say needed to go to the SEC? Middle Tennessee State. Okay. Now Texas and Arkansas. Oops, Arkansas needs to go here. No, Kentucky. Well, where is Western Kentucky? Western Kentucky needs to go where Kentucky is. There you go. That's Arkansas and Texas. West Coast. Hold on. New Mexico needs to swap. There. Arkansas State, and then a lot of our Texas schools. Because Texas couldn't fit all in Big 12. And then you have no independent schools. They have Akron, uh, Eastern Michigan needs to go into the Big 10. Toledo's in Ohio, right? Yep, Ohio. So if you can put them in the Big 10 or not. Yes, you can. What did I say? Okay, come on. You're probably gonna tell me you can't. What did I say? Tell you? I can tell you you can't move. Yeah, you can have less than 4. Again, that's how it was in other one, but technically independent is not really a conference, even though it's listed as on tab. It's not really a conference, so that's why you can have 0 there. In this one, you can only add less than 4. It didn't matter. It was treated as a conference. Okay, so this one is kind of basically the independent. Independent is no longer the independent. Mid America is the independent. Bound West and the Pac-12 can still have a scheduling agreement because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, you need to have 8 and 8. So who else would go? No, you can't have anybody go. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 and 8. 6, 7. 10 and 7. I'm trying to think of who else should I put in the where where right now in the Mountain West. Okay. Hmm. Who should I put in the Mountain West? Tulsa deserves to be in the 12. Uh, what is put Houston? we'll put Houston there, and then we'll move Houston to actually to here as an overflow for the bid. So this is just the bid totals overflow. Then let's see here. Our state needs to go there. The overflow. Hmm. Mountain West is truly the Mountain West. And pen 12. Sunbelt Texas needs to go to Texas State needs to go to Conference USA. Old Dominion is where is Old Dominion? Oh, in Virginia. Where is Virginia? Yeah, okay. So Kentucky, oh, Alabama needs to go in the SEC. Troy, Alabama. Southern Miss. Those two. Alabama. These three need to go in there. So, and then Louisiana too. So let's do that. But I don't think the SEC has any space. Nope. So Sunbelt is Sunbelt plus the SEC overflow. I think we almost have it. So we have ACC is Air Force, Army, Boston College, Buffalo, Notre Dame, Navy, Marshall, Liberty, uh, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Syracuse, West Virginia, UMass, UConn, Temple. I think we might put Cincinnati in there too. But Cincinnati's in Ohio, so we're just going to leave that as that. And then ACC is the Carolinas and Georgia's is and Virginia's is. Liberty's in Virginia too, but we don't have enough space for them. And they just Liberty is Flames. It just seems more like an American school. So that's that. Then we have the mid. Yeah, so let's read them off just individually. So Air Force, Army, Boston College, Buffalo, Liberty, Marshall, Navy, Notre Dame, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Syracuse, Temple, UConn, UMass, West Virginia. Then we have ACC is App State, Coastal Carolina, Charlotte, Clemson, Georgia Southern, East Carolina, Duke, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, James Madison, Kennesaw State, which is Kennesaw State is in Georgia. And then Old Dominion is Virginia, and then North Carolina State, Maryland. Maryland really needs to go to the American. to be in there with and the team from Annapolis, Maryland. I think who else needs to go into the what conference is this? ACC, that Coast Conference. Connecticut. There's the ACC, and then the Big Ten is Ball State, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, all the Michigan schools. Western Michigan is there too. Who else needs to be Big Ten? Who else needs to be in there? And then Mid 12. Alright, so let's go again. Uh, Air Force, Army, Boston College, Buffalo, Navy, Maryland, Marshall, Liberty, Notre Dame, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, West Virginia, UMass, Syracuse, and Temple. Syracuse, yeah, Syracuse, Temple, sorry. Temple, Syracuse. And then we have App State, Coastal Carolina, Charlotte, Clemson, Georgia, Georgia Southern, East Carolina, Duke, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, James Madison, Kennesaw State, South Carolina, then uh, Old Dominion, North Carolina, North Carolina State, Yukon. The reason why I did Connecticut is Connecticut. It's up there by UMass. Is UMass in here? UMass, I think, is here. Sorry, I forgot to put. Okay, I keep on moving them back and forth. ACC is set with those schools. Uh, just minus UConn. All right. Then Big Ten. Uh, Ball State, Central Michigan, Cincinnati, Eastern Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Iowa State, Miami, Ohio, Michigan, Michigan State, Minnesota, Northern Illinois, Northwestern, which is in Illinois, then Ohio, Ohio State, Purdue, West Michigan, and Wisconsin. The Big 12 is Arizona, Arizona State, BYU, Baylor, Colorado, Kansas, Kansas State, Nebraska, New Mexico, New Mexico State, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State, Rice, Texas A&M, or sorry, TCU, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, Tulsa, UTSA, Utah, and Utah State. The Big 12 is which that is including the four corner states, which is minus Colorado State. Colorado State's the only one we couldn't fit in here. Colorado State is the only one we cannot fit in there. They are in the Big 12 overflow, which is Arkansas. Just can't just say this is Arkansas schools, Arkansas State, Colorado, Houston, North Texas, SMU, Sam Houston, Texas State, and UTEP. Besides Big 12 overflows, since all the schools could not fit in one conference, we had to put them into an overflow. That's what Conference USA is. Then there's no schools anymore. And then the Mid America is now independent because you got Missouri, which I mean I could put them in here, but then you would have to move some team from there to here, and it doesn't work that way. Mid America is Akron, which is in Ohio, which really belongs in the Big Ten. But none of these schools in the Mountain West belong in the Mid America. Neither they, SEC, none of these schools belong in the Mid America. America's states are Ohio, Missouri, Ohio, and Ohio. Akron, Ohio, uh, Kent, Ohio, and Toledo, Ohio. And then you got Missouri. So basically, Ohio, basically the overflow of the Big Ten plus Missouri. Uh, you really can't, but you really can't do it any way else other than that. Think. Oh, the only conference that got clearance had two teams. It is this school, so you can probably. I don't know if you can get that down to two. We're gonna try that and see if we can't get that down to uh. Oh, this means this. It's Washington State and Oregon State. Probably you can't. You probably can't. Nope. The only one I can justify putting this independent is Cal and Stanford, since they're really strong academically. They just feel like uh, they fit better in the independent, but they were once Pac-12 school. So that's why I'm putting the Pac-12. So here we go. With everything else said, I don't think I can move anything else. We have Air Force, Army, Boston College, Buffalo, Liberty, Marshall, Maryland, Navy, Notre Dame, Penn State, Pittsburgh, Rutgers, Syracuse, Temple, UConn, UMass, and West Virginia, all in the ACC. Sorry, the American Athletic Conference, AAC. ACC is App State, Coastal Carolina, Charlotte, Clemson, Georgia, Georgia Southern, East Carolina, Duke, Georgia State, Georgia Tech, James Madison, Kansas State, South Carolina, Old Dominion, North Carolina, North Carolina State, Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest. Bed 10 is Boston or Ball State, Central Michigan, Cincinnati, Eastern Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Iowa State, Miami, Ohio, Michigan, Michigan State, uh, Minnesota, Northern Illinois, Northwestern, Ohio, Ohio State, or the Ohio State, Wisconsin, West Michigan, and Purdue. Bed 12 is this plus the overflow, which is kind of should say. Uh, Arizona, Arizona State, BYU, Baylor, Nebraska, Kansas State, Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, Mexico State, uh, uh, Rice, TCU, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, UTSA, Utah, and Utah State. And then we have Arkansas State, Colorado, Houston, North Texas, SMU, uh, San Houston State, Texas State, and UTEP. All are still Bid 12. They're just overflow. We'll just add the conference rules. And since that is part of Bid 12, we will put the Human AT&T statement as well as Bid 12's actual Bid 12 championship. And then we have Independent, nobody. Then MAC, which is now the Independent. Akron, Kent State, Missouri, and Toledo. Mountain West, Hawaii State, Fresno State, Hawaii, Nevada, UNLV, Wyoming. Pac-12, which is Cal, Oregon, Oregon State, San Diego State, San Jose State, Stanford, UCLA, USC, Washington, Washington State, and then the SEC is Auburn and Alabama State put, while the newcomers, we'll talk about the newcomers to each conference. We'll just read out Alabama, Auburn, FIU, Florida Atlantic, uh, Florida State, Jacksonville State, Louisiana State or LSU, Louisiana Tech, Memphis, Miami, Middle Tennessee State, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Tulane, UAB, UCF, um, uh, USF, Vanderbilt. Then the Sun Belt is a SEC overflow. Bowling Green, Kentucky, Louisiana, Louisville, Southern Miss, Troy, Louisiana Monroe, and Western Kentucky. See, there's some schools in the state in there. So the new schools to the American are Air Force, Boston College, Buffalo, Liberty, Marshall, Maryland, Notre Dame. Usually they're thinking of ACC or uh, ACC or Big Ten. The reason why I didn't put them in ACC or the American uh, Coast Conference or Big Ten is because Notre Dame is in Indiana. Well, I guess Indiana is in the Big Ten, so but none of these schools here in the Big Ten seem to fit the American. I guess you could put Notre Dame in there. Big Ten. All right. So here we go. The new schools in there. The schools that hold on. I'm gonna pull up the old and new or uh let me put up the American let's see here. Let's type in college football standings. Oh, or college football, just college football in general. Okay. All right, here we go. Team schedules. This should show you the conferences. All right. The American Athletic Conference teams that are in there that were in there that are in there in real life are they're still in there are Army, Navy, Charlotte's not in there anymore. East Carolina's not in there anymore. Florida Atlantic's not in there anymore. Memphis is not in there anymore. Navy is in there still. North Texas, no. Rice, no. Temple is in there. Tulane, no. Tulsa, no. UAB, SFUC, or UTSA, no. So that's the ACC, or sorry, the American Athletic, now the ACC. The other new schools are App State, Coastal Carolina, Charlotte, Georgia Southern, Georgia, East Carolina, Georgia State, James Madison, Kennesaw State, South Carolina, Old Dominion are the ones that are still in there from the original uh, ACC are Wake Forest, Virginia, Virginia Tech, NC State, North Carolina, Georgia Tech, and Clemson. Big Ten, their new schools are Ball State, Central Michigan, Cincinnati, Eastern Michigan, Iowa State, Miami, Ohio, Notre Dame, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Ohio State was an original, Western Michigan. It's new. So Western Michigan, Ohio, Notre Dame, Northern Illinois, Miami, Ohio, Ohio State, Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan, and Ball State. Those are the new ones, the ones that were in there. Uh, were Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, Michigan State, Minnesota, Northwestern, Ohio State, Purdue, and Wisconsin. Those are the ones that were in there and still are. Then the Big 12 is overflow, so we'll talk about that. So we have Arizona, Arizona State, BYU, and so on and so forth. The new ones are Nebraska, but they are a bring back like Colorado was in real life. We have New Mexico State, New Mexico, Oklahoma's a bring back, and then we have Texas A&M another bring back. Rice is new, Tulsa's new, UTSA is new, Utah State's new. So the new ones are Utah State, UTSA, Tulsa, Texas A&M, Rice, OU, New Mexico State, New Mexico, Nebraska, and that's it. The rest of those are actual schools that are still left in there. And then uh, the Airflow Bid 12 is Arkansas, Arkansas State, Colorado State, Houston, North Texas, SMU, Sam Houston, Texas, Texas State, and UTEP. The no independent schools, MAC, or now the independent, is uh, independent is Akron, Kent State, and Toledo, Missouri. Is supposed to be a Big 12 overflow, but if I take one of these schools off it, I can't. There's no schools there to move, and none of these schools fit there. None of the schools fit there as well. So there's there and there. So uh, that is why this one cannot be in the MAC is the Mid American Conference, and Missouri is kind of in the middle of America. It's in the Midwest, so it kind of fits. In Missouri, well, it's not right next to Ohio. It is next to a state, which is next to a state, which is next to Ohio. So it doesn't border it, but it borders a state, which borders a state, which borders Ohio. So it's geographically near it. Just makes sense. And then we got Fresno State. They all these teams I think are in they're in the Mountain West. So yeah, we did the overflow Big 12 independent, which no teams. Them the only ones that were part of the MAC that are still in there is Akron, Kent State, and Toledo. Missouri is the only one new in that one. Then Mountain West, Air Force is gone. Boise State's still there. Colorado State's gone. Fresno State's still there. Hawaii is still there. Nevada's still there. UNLV is still there. and Wyoming is still there. Utah State, San Jose State, San Diego, New Mexico, and Colorado State all gone. Now, Colorado, down the Pac-12. Pac-12 is some of the old Pac-12 with some new teams too. So the teams that were in the Pac-12 are Washington State and Oregon State. That was the Pac-12, or Pac-2. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the Pac-10, but uh, different 10 than the old Pac-10. It's somewhat the same because you got uh, Cal back in there, and Oregon back in there, and USC and UCLA back there, Stanford, Washington State. The new ones are San Jose State and San Diego State. Those are the ones that are new too. But the reason why I put that is because we had UCLA, USC, and Stanford and Cal off of the state of California. So I thought, well, San Jose State needs to be in there with all the rest of the California schools, and that is on the Pacific Coast. So that's how I justified that. And then we got Alabama and Auburn were part of the SEC, or that's the actual real life SEC. And then you got Florida in there, LSU's in there, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Vanderbilt. The new ones are USF, UCF, UAB, Tulane, Middle Tennessee, Miami, Memphis, Louisiana Tech, Jacksonville State, Florida State, that's Memphis, Memphis, FIU, and FAU. So this one, this one, this one, this one. So here, 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 and here, here, and then here, here, and here. Those are the new teams. And then Sun Belt is Bowling Green, Kentucky, Louisiana, Louisville, South Carolina, Southern Miss, Troy, Illinois, and Western Kentucky. Decided to put Bowling Green was in Kentucky, and Western Kentucky on there, and Louisville's in Kentucky. So all the Kentucky schools are in there. And then you have the Alabama schools with overflow from the SEC, which is South Alabama, Southern Miss is kind of, well, I'll explain that in a minute. Southern Miss, so South Alabama, Troy. That are the ones in there from Mississippi, Alabama, so Troy, and actually Kentucky. Jacksonville State is not in Jacksonville, Florida. It's in Alabama. So they need to be in here with the rest of the Alabamas. But the reason why they're in the SEC is you got Alabama and UAB in here. So you could put South Carolina and Troy in there, but then who would you take from the SEC and put in the Sun Belt? You could put uh, Louisiana State, Louisiana Tech, and Tulane in there. So we'll put Tulane in the Sun Belt. take Troy and put in the SEC. We'll take South Alabama and put it in the SEC. Or no. Yeah, we'll put in the SEC and we'll replace them with who needs to go in the uh who needs to go in the Sun Belt? LSU. Uh, let's see here. Who else needs to go in there? Mississippi needs to go and swap with um Louisiana Tech. So Louisiana needs to go in here, and the reason why I didn't throw Alabama, or University of Louisiana. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, all the rest of the Alabama schools are in here. So we have the Kentuckies, which are Bowling Green, Kentucky, Louisville, and Western Kentucky. The Louisianas, which are Louisiana Tech, LSU, uh, Louisiana, and Tulane and Yale Monroe. Where else I'm trying to think what other Louisiana's are the yeah, I think the Louisiana schools are Louisiana State University or LSU, Louisiana, Louisiana Tech, and University of Louisiana Monroe and Tulane. I don't think there's are any other. Let me look up FBS schools in Louisiana. So yeah, Louisiana. Okay, here we go. You have Louisiana Tech, Tulane, Louisiana. I didn't see LSU, but they're in there. Yeah, so those are the schools in Louisiana. So it's Kentucky and Louisiana. Maybe go back to the map, which aren't right bordered by each other, but they're close enough. So that's how it breaks out and develops. Uh, let's see how long it's been live with this video. 3 hours. Sorry this video took so long. You don't have to watch this video all in the 3 hours it took. I just took so long to get it set up like this. So again, that's that. Let me go to the conference rules and tell you where the championships are. So the American Athletic Conference will be see here, the Razor League home, or we want to play the neutral site. I want to play all the neutral site games for the conference championship game. So the American one will be and let's see here. Whoops. We'll put that in. Um, trying to think of what they're more. Okay, so the American is. Let me do the division leader home thing, and then we'll go back. Okay, yeah. Outside of Colorado, there are some teams that are on the ACC side of the. Uh, okay, so that goes. So that one. Let's put them in. I found one here. MetLife in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It makes sense. All right. Top teams by conference record. That be how that works. I think that's this. Yeah. Okay. Then the ACC is in Charlotte. Still going to be Bank of America team in Charlotte. Bed 10 in Lucas Oil. Bed 12 in AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Same goes for the Conference USA. Independent, there's no change, there's no teams. Ford Field. For that, actually, we're going to change that since majority of those schools outside Missouri are in Ohio. See if we can find a stadium in Ohio to play at. Well, we'll see here. Lucas Oil's the closest, but that's been 10. These ones in Tennessee. We'll plan that in a minute, but I guess we'll just have to put the division leaders because I don't think keeping it at Ford Field in Detroit. Hey, says that's the only one that we're gonna have a non-neutral site conference championship, and then Mountain West is in where Allegiant Stadium. Pac-12 Allegiant Stadium. SEC, which is in Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee. We either keep that in Atlanta or in Tennessee. We'll just keep that in Alabama and Atlanta. Sorry, Alabama in Atlanta, Georgia. There's no Georgia school, so we'll put it in Nissan Stadium because there are Tennessee schools, Middle Tennessee and Tennessee State, and Vanderbilt are from Tennessee, and they're in this conference. So yeah, and the Sun Belt is Louisiana schools. We can put this at the Superdome. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you can play 8. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we're gonna play 9. Oh, you can only play 8. Okay. Okay, 8 or 4. All right. Then we'll do this one at the Superdome. Oop, there's Superdome. Because the majority of the schools are Louisiana. We have I think majority of the schools are Kentucky. So we have 4 Louisiana schools of I say 5 and 5. You have 5 Kentucky, 5 Louisiana. The Kentucky ones are Bowling Green, Kentucky, and Louisville and Western Kentucky. I say 4. 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Louisiana, 4 Kentucky. So Louisiana wins that battle out by 1 the number, 5-4. So that's where we would put it in Louisiana. Because Louisiana dominates that conference. So that is how it's going to work. It does it geographically for the most part. There's some stuff like Missouri being in there with a bunch of Ohio schools. And that one, on that conference championship, none of these teams, because that's in Nevada, that's in Arlington, Texas, that's in Charlotte, that's in Louisiana, that's in Orlando, that's in DC, or the Washington area, Maryland, or whatever. And then that is uh, Dallas or Arlington. Ford Field is Detroit, which was where the MAC was played. Miami, Philadelphia, Indiana, which is bordering, yeah, but that the 10 championships are there. So, uh, Tampa, California, SoFi. So we can either have it in divisional home or in Ford Field. Those are the only two that make sense to me. Is either make it a home division home, but there really isn't. There really isn't a division because there's only two schools, or say four schools in there. So we're just gonna keep it as top teams by record. So the ACC is top teams by conference record. The ACC is top teams by conference record. The Bed 10 is top teams by conference record. Bed 12 is top teams by conference record. Conference USA is top teams by conference record. Independent, there's nothing there. They are MAC now is top teams by conference record. Mountain West is top teams by conference record. Pac-12 is top teams by conference record. SEC is top teams by conference record, and Sun Belt is top teams, top division leaders, and there's no division I think in that one since it's on number. So we'll put that one as top teams by conference record for it all across the board. All right, so now we're going to
It's
select
now
our team.
time to select your team. Do you want to build a team from the ground up or take over an established contender? Pay attention to each team's prestige rating, represented by the number of stars next to each team's name. Teams with a higher prestige will be ready to compete for the college football playoff right away, while lower prestige teams provide a greater challenge to build into contenders. The choice is up to you.
Now, what the team we select doesn't mean that we're not going to feature all the teams and all the games and select more than one character, retire and then do all that, and go back and forth on that like we have done the rest of the dynasty modes. So you can see every single game, every single thing, and how the playoffs shake out with this new alignment and all that. So we are gonna go with. I would go with Oklahoma State. I think it'd be interesting to
And
see how
now
Oklahoma State does in this.
you'll choose to create a congratulations. It's time.
We're just gonna. Now we're just gonna show you the schedule here. So Arkansas technically is a conference game, even though they aren't in there. Here are the non-conference games. You have SES Northwest Sharks, Arkansas, Ohio State, Yukon, SES Midwest, which we were going to switch because you can't have two SES teams and still be bowl or playoff eligible. Then we have West Virginia was a conference, now it's not, but still makes the schedule. And then you have your conference games. I'll explain the open dates in a minute. But your conference games goes like this: TCU, Oklahoma, uh, Texas Tech, Colorado, and then you got we can use the Big 12 championship. All right. So now let's talk about the. All right. So since it's just wide open, there's no filling up. There's no keeping track with the regular schedule since it's a conference realignment one. Um, we're gonna play week 0. We'll play week 0 against. Let's play App State. Why not? Why not? Okay. So you can't do that. So we're. Oh well, yeah. So we're gonna go game off. So we're gonna put App State here. Then we'll put an FCS team there, and then we'll put Arkansas, and then we'll have another open date, and then we will do play 3 more games. 1, 2, 3. But this third one, sorry, 1, 2, 3 off. 1, 2, 3. Uh, hmm. Yes, Iowa State's an easy team. We want some challenge. We'll put Iowa State in there, and then we'll play West Virginia. So UConn. Let's put Iowa in their place. Well, we'll put Iowa. We'll put Iowa here. Okay, we're gonna put Iowa here, and then let's put West Virginia here. If we can. Okay, West Virginia, then Iowa State, then Missouri. Haven't played Missouri in a while. Texas. We'll play there. That sounds like a good, tough matchup. Well, we need to do 3. All right, so play 1, 2, 3. Open 1, 2, 3. Open here. This one needs to be open. Then Missouri 1, 2. Maybe here. So you have 1, 2, 3. Play. Or sorry, play. Sorry. Play. You have game, open, game, open, game, open, and then your conference. You only have 1, 2, 3, 4 conference games. So, yikes. Um, so that should be interesting to see if we can make the conference championship with only 4 conference games. TCU, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, and Colorado. Save. That'll do it for the schedule. Now we advance to App State game, and then we will play that next. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll begin the non or the conference realignment one. So we'll put Con. Well, let's put EA. And save that. And then we'll back out of that. And then hit quit. And then I'll do it until next time. Keep on your turn, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.